Hello, my name is Manny, and today I'm going to be making a housewarming gift. I'm going to laser engrave this acacia wood cutting board. This was $7, and I'm also going to be doing something special for this gift. So this piece of wood, I found this piece of wood on the side of next to a restaurant. Apparently they cut the tree down and they just left it there, so I grabbed the piece of wood. It appears to be red oak, but I'm not sure yet. This is very heavy and very dense, so I'm thinking about making a bowl out of this. So it should be a really nice housewarming gift, cutting board along with the bowl. So let's get to work. I got to do it. Well, that looks pretty good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it around. I'm gonna put the chucking right here and start working on the top of the bowl. So I have this drill bit here. The intention is to make a hole as deep as you can, so it's easier for you to make the bowl. And that looks really good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it like a coat of food safe, a butcher block shine. So this is butcher block oil and finish by Watco, and this is probably my favorite one so far. So I like it because it has a good shine and it's also food safe. And this is part one of this project, so I'm really happy with this product. I'm thinking this is red oak because it's heavy, but it's also wet. So I'm gonna stick with that until it's dry and maybe it's a different type of wood, but this turned out really nice. So now what we're gonna do is going to go ahead and laser engrave the cutting board and then put them together and see, let's see what happens. Okay, so the first step to engrave this cutting board is to come up with a design. And I usually use Canva. Canva is a pretty good software or software platform for designs and creativity. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on whiteboard. Um, and the cutting board is supposed to be for a farm, small farm next to our property. So we're going to put the last name and when it was established. It's a brand new property. So it's going to be established in 2025. We're going to add a text box. So if you're wondering how to do this, you click on text right here to the left. And we're going to add the last name. The last name is Phillips. Who else? Going to make it a little bigger. And let's see. We got to add some type of elegant elegant font. I'll say. Oh, there's just the creative side. So we just gotta choose something nice. Um, I like this one here. Let's stick with that and make it a little bigger. And let's see what we have for effects. If you want some effects, click on the effects tab right here, and it's got different options. Um, well, first of all, I'm gonna make it bald, and then we're gonna add a curve. Yeah, that's pretty good. But you can also control the curve right here at the bottom left. You see, you can control the arch. So I think that's pretty good. So we're just gonna go ahead and copy and paste at the bottom, and we're going to add something different. So EST, usually established in cutting boards, but EST period 2025. But we're going to do the opposite on the curve. That looks pretty good. Put it down a little bit more. Good thing about Canva, you look at um, the lines on the left and right, and it also gives you a line to make sure you're aligned or center with your entire design. So it's pretty good. At this point, I can't see uh, the, the entire space, so I'm going to make it smaller using this tab right here. Um, so what we're gonna do is put some. I've been asked to put some vegetables type of design right here. So click on design. We'll type vegetables. Put some vegetables. Yeah. Actually, we go to elements. I'll put fruits and vegetables, and that should give us tons of designs. But what you want for laser engraving, you want to go to graphics. Um, so let's see what we got here. Huh. Yeah, we got some nice ones here. You got this one right here. You just make it smaller. Pretty good. Now, remember what I said, Canva gives you an alignment. So that looks good. I'm still not quite happy with this here at the bottom. And that looks a lot better. Okay, I think we have our design. Um, at this point, we have to download it.
I'm going to do is click on download. I always click on transparent background, and the size, I always try to do a 2.5. You can make it bigger, but later on, you're still going to have to trim the picture. So let's download it. And it's going. So when I open it, it's going to look like this, but you still have to trim it because you got all of these dead space on the left and the right. So what we're going to do is click on edit. And this is the Microsoft photo program. It's very simple to use. As you can see, you have all these dead space on the left and the right. So we want to trim it down. Otherwise, the laser is going to read this entire square as the frame. So we're going to trim it as much as we can. Good. That way you don't have a lot of dead space on the laser. So that's good. We're just going to save it. And that should be it. So now what we're going to do is put it on light burn. So light burn, again, this is probably the most popular laser engraving software. So we're going to do now, we'll look at our latest picture. And here it is. So what we're going to do is just um, take it out of the folder, and we're going to put it in Lightburn. So as you can see, it's pretty big right now. Oh, not sure that's going to work. We need to download it again. So we're going to click delete or backspace. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not correct. This is the working space for Lightburn. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put it in Lightburn. We're going to move forward, and we're going to bring the picture in. It's like the picture is bigger than the board. We're going to make the picture smaller, a lot smaller. Move it to the board. Then we're going to enhance the board. So to move the board around in Lightburn, you got to click on this uh, intersection icon with all the arrows. Click on it, and now it gives you that little hand. And now it's center. Unclick that or press escape. And now we can make the picture bigger. I'm afraid that the laser is going to engrave this as black space. So maybe we need to change our picture. And the reason this is not going to work, is because a laser engraver doesn't engrave color. So if you put color in a design, it's just going to engrave the entire thing, and then it's just going to look like a big mass. So we're going to take this picture out, and we're going to add this one. That's better. A little bit better. I'm not sure. Maybe we can find a better one. Still looking around. Oh, I think that'll do. But we'll just make it bigger, a little bit smaller. And there we go. Once again, we're going to have to download it and go through the same process. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to the laser and start framing and engraving.
And that's the end of the project. Really happy with the outcome. The wood and the acacia wood on the cutting board turned out to be very nice. The markings or the engraving turned out really good. So this should make for a really good housewarming gift. Please consider liking and subscribing. I will continue to post. I will try to post every Friday evening. So please consider liking and subscribing to help out the channel. And let me know in your comments, maybe there's better ways to do this. When it comes to wood turning and laser engraving, I don't think anybody can stop learning. There's always new things coming out, but please let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one.